Hey guys, welcome back to the Green Door Dinner Party Holiday Edition. Today we're going to do a tomato soup, and this is not your standby canned tomato soup. We're going to amp it up with a bunch of vegetables. I've got crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, garlic, and chicken broth. Let's get started by chopping up these veggies. All right, we have our carrots, onion, zucchini, celery, and red pepper all ready to go. Cauliflower and broccoli are also great additions to this soup as well. Let's get over to the cooktop. All right, we're going to simmer these vegetables about 10 minutes, just until they're tender. Garlic in there as well. Give it a toss in the olive oil and let them go. Our vegetables are fork tender, and now we're going to add in some tomato paste. I know I've showed you guys this before, but this is how I love to buy tomato paste, because when you only need a squeeze of it, you don't end up throwing the whole can away. So we'll add that, give it a stir, and just coat those vegetables with tomato paste. I know I said earlier broccoli and cauliflower are a great addition to this soup. Mushrooms are as well. And I don't know if I've told you, but we're actually going to use the immersion blender and puree this all together. So really any vegetables you like, feel free to toss them in. All right, we've got them coated with the tomato paste, and now we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. I have 2 big cans of the diced tomatoes. And then 2 of the small cans of the diced tomatoes with green chilies. It just gives it a little bit of that nice smoky flavor. You could add some paprika as well. So get that all combined, bring it to a boil, and we're going to simmer this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, the tomato soup has been simmering here for about 15 minutes. I'm going to shut my burner off. And this is my favorite part. It's time for the immersion blender, and you're going to stick it right in there until it's completely blended. If you don't have one of these guys, they're not expensive and they're so handy to have around, but you can put this into a blender or food processor to mix it as well. And speaking from experience, make sure you stop the immersion blender before you pull it out, or you'll be covered in tomato soup. You're welcome. That's it. We're going to turn our burner back on, bring this back to a simmer. And the great part about this soup is, for your planning purposes, you can simmer this for 15 minutes after it's pureed or 2 hours after it's pureed. So we're just going to get this back to a simmer, and all these flavors are going to come together, and this is amazing. Let's get a bowl of this piping hot tomato soup served up. We're going to head back to the counter, and I'm going to tell you all the fun ways you can garnish this. All right, our tomato soup is done. Of course, you can serve it just as it is, but there are a million ways you can customize this. I'm going to add some fresh grated Parmesan cheese and a little bit of parsley as well. Sour cream, heavy whipping cream, avocado. You could even do some shredded chicken or turkey. Really, you can make this your own. There's just something about homemade tomato soup that reminds me of being a kid. I think I'm going to call this our snow day tomato soup because it just warms you up from the inside out. Enjoy it. We'll be back with more holiday fun tomorrow right here on the Green Door Dinner Party. Make sure you like and subscribe. And again, you can find the recipe for this awesome soup down below. I will see you next time.